Hey, K9,
Yes.
two champions like that. I feel very blessed. I got a young man on here now who's actually undefeated. As I said, he's 15-0 with 7 knockouts. And his name is Mykquan Williams. How you doing tonight, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. How are you?
How you?
We're doing fine.
Yes. How you
I
doing,
heard
sir?
a lot of good things about you. I heard a lot of things about you from Mr. Bob Trigger. I see you fight up, do a lot of fighting in New England. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the sport, your amateur pedigree.
So, I first got into boxing. I went to a professional fight that my aunt had in Hartford at the convention center, downtown Hartford. And then I was about 7. And after I watched her fight, I I told her that I wanted to go to the gym and train and box. So she brought me to my trainer called Sean, and I've been with him ever since. And I was 7 going on 8. So throughout those years before I turned professional, I racked up 58 amateur fights and several national titles as well, and now I'm professional.
Uh, Tell us a little bit about your story. Bob was telling me you had a very interesting background, starting out. You know, tell us a little bit about what actually, some of the life lessons that actually brought you to this sport.
Well, I did go through a lot when I was younger. My dad passing away when I was 8 years old to gun violence in my hometown, and I had a huge house fire when I was about 10 or 11, and I lost everything. But I've been very blessed to have positive people around me that's molded me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that.
Now you're just 21 years old. Uh, how, as you said, you're 15-0 now. What right now is your biggest, I know, your goal is to be a champion, but how do you think about, how do you feel about bigger exposure? Like I said, now you're kind of fighting in New England. I think you fought in Foxwoods. But what about some of the bigger venues in the area, Madison Square Garden, Barclays Center? You know, have you got enough fights and enough experience? You feel to be in front of those big, bigger crowds? K9 was talking in our last segment about losing focus. Uh, when you're the underdog and the crowd is booing you after coming, from your town where you're everybody's hero. Uh, what how does that affect a fighter of your status when you're traveling somewhere you're not familiar with?
Well, I believe that I'm ready for the bigger venues around my area. Um, I don't really think the crowd. Well, I know the crowd won't get to me. My main focus would be to go over there and fight and win. Um, I'm not gonna be worried about the crowd or who's in the crowd or how many people is there. But I've experienced the crowd like booing me and things like that before in the amateurs. I mean, I don't really pay mind to it. That's not why I'm there, to be honest. But it's happened to me before, so I have experienced it. I mean, it kind of sucks. It's not a good feeling, but I mean, it is what it is. As long as I get my job done.
K9, you want to come in here and talk to the young man? I say 15-0, 7 knockout.
Yeah. Mr. Williams.
And I believe.
And you believe?
I believe he's only 5'6", K9.
Oh well, we
right?
Hey, so we brought almost eye to eye then. Hey, that's a good thing. I don't feel that short anymore. Appreciate you, bro. And you might be my brother. Oh man, what weight class? Hey, what weight class do you fight?
Super lightweight, 140.
Oh, 140. Oh, yeah, you actually a big guy. If you 5'6" fighting at 140, that's pretty good big because I'm 5'6", 5'7" fighting junior middleweight.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
so I first of all, I'd like to take my hat off to you. You know, making it to be 15-0 with 7 knockouts. Everybody, can't get past the 8 to 9 mark of being pro undefeated. So being 15-0, you're doing real good. Let's see if you can break my record. I was 21-0. I was 21-0 before I lost my first fight. So I'm wishing that you go ahead and be 40-0. Go ahead and beat Mayweather record and be 50-0. 51-0.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your style? What you a rock'em sock'em, or you a boxer, or a boxer puncher?
I'll probably consider myself as a boxer puncher.
Okay, boxer.
But I'm definitely like generally speaking, I just try to be as smart as I can in there and get hit the least amount of times that I can. But I feel like I can do a lot of different things depending on the opponent and how the fight's going, though.
So who would you compare your style to? Like, who do you watch a lot, or who you try to imitate in boxing?
I don't think I really try to imitate anybody. I feel like I have my own style, but I do watch a lot of other people just because I like them as fighters.
Yeah.
Like I look at them as a fan, not really another fighter to a fighter. If that makes sense. I like watching Canelo, Crawford, Mayweather, Broner, believe it or not. What else I like watching?
Right. Okay.
Top four, maybe,
Yeah. I think I don't know if imitate was the right word. I'll say emulate, like someone that you actually could take from and actually put in your cereal, eat it up, and then kind of emulate them a little bit.
Shit. I'll say Mayweather.
Okay.
But I'm not too big into the shoulder roll thing, but as far as him being smart and his IQ of boxing and how he moves around the ring and things like that, the little things he does that I pick up on, I mean, I'll say Mayweather.
Okay. So you say when's your next fight again?
I don't have a official fight date yet, but it should be soon, probably October, November.
So are you a gym junkie? Do you stay in shape?
Yeah, I'm still in the gym training. I'm still doing strength and conditioning, still sparring, staying sharp.
Okay. And where are you from? Where are you from and where you train at?
I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, but I train in Manchester, Connecticut.
Okay. All right, that's good. How many amateur fights you had?
I only had 58.
Oh, only 58?
Yeah,
Well,
only 58.
I only had 10 fights. 58 is a lot compared to 10. That's not bad.
You only had 10 amateur fights?
Absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, right. So yeah, but you only said only 58 is a whole lot to me. But compared to Loma Chico and them,
yeah,
it ain't. It's only 58.
Yeah, that's a little bit. Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Did you win any nationals?
Yeah, Silver Glove, Tile Nationals, Ringstar World Championship, 3 times. Won
Okay.
a couple nationals.
Uh,
Placed in the JOs one year, got silver.
okay. Okay.
So I've been around a little bit.
Okay. Did you win any nationals when you were like 17 years old or older?
No, not like in the open class. I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Cause,
I
'cause-
did the Golden Gloves 2 years. The first year I made it to the nationals, but then I got beat out there. And then the second year I didn't go to the nationals. And not, after that, that's when I decided to go pro.
okay. Okay. So when you turned pro, was people knocking down your door, or did you just have to go sign with with someone just to start actually getting out here?
Uh, we had a couple people interested, but we decided to go with who I am with Dibella Entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that was the best bet for us.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you signed with Lou Dibella. You in good hands. Lou Dibella is a great promoter. He got Andre Berto a lot of money, and I remember Andre Berto fighting on HBO. He was. I don't want to say a guy's a bum, but we call guys that just ain't on the same level bums. Man, figure of speech, he was fighting bums and making 750,000. I was like, man, Lou Dibella was looking out for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they've been treating me well.
He care for his fighters. That's what I like. Some promoters don't care. You lose a fight. You know what I mean? And man, they throw you to the wolves. They don't answer their phone. None of that. Lou Bella's not that kind of guy. He's a real good dude. From what I've done business with him. Me and my wife, and he's a cool guy.
Yeah, for sure. Him and his team has definitely been treating me well though. They got me on the right track.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah. You good. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. Just stay ready. They say stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you.
I actually, Kenan, I actually was in Detroit with my manager. I think last summer around August, and I met you at that fight that Shields versus I don't know who the girl was.
Oh wow.
But it was in Detroit.
Oh
And I
wow.
took a picture of you over there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man.
Yeah, I was with my manager Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie who?
Jackie Cabin.
Oh, that's your manager?
Yeah.
She your manager right now?
Yeah, she's been my manager. Yep.
Oh wow, small world, small world. Yeah, they had me
Yeah.
on. She had me on her show, her and Tommy Hearn's show, maybe about a month ago. The little show they got on the weekend.
Yeah, the little podcast.
Absolutely, yep, absolutely, yep, yep. Yeah, small world, man.
And I actually went to one of your fights too.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually went to one of your fights when you fought. I think it was at Foxwoods. You fought the Charlo Jamal.
Oh yeah, but why you had to bring that one up? It's all good though.
Nah, cause that's the only one I saw in person.
Yeah, it's cool, it's cool.
That's
Hey,
the only
look,
one I've been to in person.
right? Hey, look, long as he keep winning, it'll make me not look that bad. Like what I mean, they say, man, you fought Charlo, long as he winning. So I really root for him to continue to do good because it ain't like I just lost to no bum. You know what I mean? I hope he become a superstar.
No, of course not. Of course not. No, of course
Right.
not.
Yeah, right. Hey, I would have loved to get. I would have loved to have gotten a rematch, but being 46 years old and then him going up to middleweight, I ain't gonna chase him. I'm just gonna fight who in front of me. But man, I always try to get revenge. I got revenge against Saku Powell when I lost to Saku Powell. It was a double knockdown, and Lou Dibella was actually promoting him. I got him back. So
Nice.
I'm a sick.
That must have been a good feeling.
Absolutely. If Charlo was still fighting, I'm a sick little K9 on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You're a good dude, though. Yeah, you're a good dude. If you know Jackie, man, and we done came across each other, and you was humble enough to knowing you're going to become a world champion, say, let me take a picture with the champ before I become champ. That's some good stuff, man. Stay humble and grounded and keep God first, man, and you're going to go super far.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah, no
Definitely.
doubt. Yeah, real recognize real.
For sure, for sure.
If you ever need some
So
work,
do you have any family? Do you have any family, Mykquan?
Do I have any family? Yeah.
Yes.
As far as siblings or what?
Well, siblings. Wife and kids, anything like
Nah,
that.
I don't have any kids or a wife. I have a girlfriend though, and I have two sisters and a brother.
hey, yeah, hey, man, you
Are,
try.
are, are
Jay.
any of them connected with sports? Are any of them connected with sports? Mykquan? Did I lose you?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, were any of them in sports? Are you an inspiration? What's your relationship? How good, is your support system?
My support system is very good as far as family. Not only family, but friends and people in the community. But as far as my siblings playing sports, my brother used to play basketball when he was younger, but I'm the youngest out of four, so I mean they're all older now. No one really plays sports besides me, or does sport besides me.
Right.
What were you saying, Shannon?
No, I was gonna say like when you said that at 21 years old did he have a wife and any kids? I was gonna say, boy, he wouldn't be undefeated if he did. At 20. Hey, that's a lot. Hey, that's a lot of distractions, boy. At 21, or hold on.
Yeah.
Now. It's a chance that he could just be a real mature young man. At 21 years old, he had to start doing a lot of things at the age of 8. You know what I'm saying? So if he was 8 years old and his dad was preparing him to become a world champion, and at 21 years old he was mature and he grew up the right way and all that, then he could pull it off. But now in these days and era, at 21 years old, if he had a wife and kids, man, it'll be over with.
I feel like I'm mature, very mature, at 21, but at the same time, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for all that. That could wait. If it ever happens.
Absolutely. What I'm just saying is though is like, at 21 years old, boy, I couldn't handle that. I thought I could handle any and everything, but even in my 40s right now, having a wife and kids ain't no joke. It ain't easy.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure. Yeah. No matter what age. Yeah.
Absolutely. They when they want something, thank God I got a good wife, but when them kids want something, you got to give it to them. That my mama, they want it. They want it. You know what I mean? That's But at the same time, but don't get me wrong. At the same time, that can actually push you. I mean, I became world champion when I started having these kids and I got married. So I mean, it's good all the way around.
You can use it as some form of motivation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you spoke of your big following up there in Massachusetts. Connecticut. So there's a lot of good amateurs up there, and Scotty spends a lot of time there. Iceman John Scott. Have you had a chance to work? You're sparring. Who's some of the guys that you managed to have some work with?
As far as big names,
as far as names that you think we might know.
Well, my stablemate, Matt Remillard, from my area. I work with him a lot. In California, a couple years ago, I worked with Ray Beltran. And recently, earlier this year, what's up?
No, I was saying you got a chance to come out here to Cali. I came out here and didn't leave. But anyway,
I was trying to do and a couple other people.
yeah, I know Ray well. Ray is one of the guys. I remember Ray when he couldn't speak any English at all. When I think his daughter was about 8, 9 months old or something like that. But yeah, we have a great relationship with Ray. As a matter of fact, I still have one of his T-shirts from his car wash. What do you think is your timetable for you to move up? You're already 15-0. I'm looking right now. I think you spoke of coming out here to Cali. I think you had a fight in Dallas. So what's your timetable for moving to quote unquote the big time?
Sorry to get off track, but there's one more big name that I sparred with earlier this year. I sparred with Dana Garcia. I was out in camp with him for a week and a half in Philly. But to answer your question, I feel like this year coming up, 2020 is gonna be my coming out party. I feel like 15-0 is, decent amount of wins to start stepping it up and fighting other contenders. So I feel like this year is gonna open a lot of eyes and a lot of doors for me.
Because I see you have a silver super light title. What is that? I see it. What is it? USNBC silver.
Yeah, it's
super
WBC USNBC silver super lightweight title. I won that last May, and then a few months ago, this May and this year, I won the WBC USNBC title, the regular one. Last year was a silver, but those are regional titles. And they played this past May, this year, I think it placed me in the top 25 in the country for my weight class.
Okay, all right. So the top 25. I'm sure you've been through that. What does that do once you break that top 25 in boxing?
So
what does that do for your career, Can?
Oh well, it gets you closer to a title shot. You know what I mean? Because once you get in the top 15, anyone can call you out and say, you know what, I want to fight him. So once he gets to number 15, he can fight for a world title. All someone has to do is say, we want Mr. Williams. And guess what? You be fighting for a world title.
For sure.
Yep, yeah. You just gotta stay ready. I'm sitting here looking at this picture of you right here now, and I see you got them long arms, man. You got long arms to be 5'6".
Yeah, my reach is 69 inches.
Yeah. I'm looking at you. Yeah, you got these braids. You know what I'm saying? Yep, absolutely.
I cut them too, though. I cut them. I just cut them. I got a low cut now.
Okay. And so you got seven knockouts, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. Turn them shots. So you got any of your fights on YouTube?
I don't post them like me personally, but there's a couple on there. Yeah.
Okay. So when you going for the
if you can check them out.
If you when you going for the knockout, do you actually try to really knock their head off? I mean, or you just set them up with good shots? I mean, how do you get your knockouts? Or were you fighting against, I hate to say it, bums? Or guys, let me rephrase that. Guys up and coming. Guys
on the level.
Guys that no, let's rephrase that. Guys up and coming that you should beat to help you get to the next level.
All right, well, then. So, my opponent, and I'll jump on him and try to finish him by taking shots, going to the body first, and take the shot, and him away and 100 punches.
Right. Okay.
That's how you put yourself out. But yeah.
Because you know, when you up and coming and someone is trying to guard your career, they're not most likely, a lot of times, they're not going to put you in there with somebody that has a great chance to beat you. So you get those few fights where you're able to get your feet wet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you look like you actually know what you're doing in there. You know what I mean? So I don't take it the hard way when I say against bums. You need your few soft.
No, I know.
Okay, right. Because my wife was looking at me like, oh, yeah.
I mean, when
actually, the guy that he beat for his first title was undefeated. He was 12 and 0 and 1.
Oh, okay.
And then the last fight he fought Ricky Edwards, who we've had on the show. Ricky's a little long in the tooth, but he's a good fighter. He's out of I believe he's out of, where is Ricky out of?
New Jersey.
Yeah. Ricky's out of Jersey. As a matter of fact, he's out of Patterson. That's right. I was trying to think where he was from in Jersey, but yeah, he's out of Patterson. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he's a good fighter, and he usually has a pretty good chin. But this is about Mykquan. Mykquan, it's very good to have you on the show. We're going to try to have Lou on the show next week, or as soon as he can, talk a little bit about some of the legal things that are going on. But yeah, you do have a very great guy that you're with, and Lou's been a friend of ours for years. So you're under very good tutelage. So why don't you give everybody your final word? Tell everybody if you have any social media, and look forward to having you back, man.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. Appreciate that. For social media, my Facebook is Mykquan Williams. Twitter is Marvelous Mike, MYKE. Instagram is a little complicated. It's m.mkw_ is my initials. That's about it. And final words for everybody that tuned in and the fans, just to stay tuned and appreciate all the support from everyone. And just look forward to bigger and better things for me.
Absolutely.
All right, so you have a great night up there, and look forward to having you back on the show.
Appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, my dog. One love.
Hey, K9, take care now.
You too, my guy. Cheers.
All right.
All right.